everyone. Welcome to the first NC Youth Present show on quarantine hobbies. I'm your host, Lena, and I have two guests here with me today to talk about their hobbies that they've been pursuing over the last few months. So our first guest is a 10th grader from Palo Alto High School, Caroline Zang, who started her own youth magazine during quarantine. So Caroline, can you talk a little bit more about your quarantine hobby and how it works and the whole concept behind it?
Yeah, of course. So over quarantine, I created a teen arts and culture magazine called Z Magazine. And it's a place where teenagers can submit their work and have it featured on an accessible platform and gain recognition for what they love. What makes Z Magazine special is that it's created entirely by teens, featuring teens. And it keeps up with current events and trends and is designed to inspire readers of all ages. Currently, we publish twice a year in our summer and winter issues, and since the magazine is online, we are able to feature teens from all over the world, and our issues are easily accessible.
It's really cool. So how did you come up with this idea and what inspired you to start this?
So I was inspired to start Z Magazine from my own experiences as a teen artist. I'm very passionate about the arts, especially visual arts such as drawing and photography. I've submitted my art to countless competitions and magazine features, but always to no avail. And so it can be quite discouraging at times when your work keeps on getting rejected again and again. And I know that especially as a teen artist, it's very difficult to share your work and gain recognition. And so that's why I created Z Magazine. Z Magazine amplifies teen voices and their work, and we do our best to feature as many people as possible to encourage and motivate them.
That's really cool. So you talked a little bit about doing art yourself. So do you have any examples and what specifically do you like to do?
Yeah, so I love all forms of art, but like I mentioned before, I especially enjoy drawing and photography. I draw in my free time or whenever I'm feeling stressed and uneasy, and that usually drawing can usually really help me feel better. My drawings usually reflect my mood or convey a message. And I also really enjoy photography. I do a lot of portrait photography and I like giving my friends photo shoots. I also think photography is super fun because I'm able to incorporate a software aspect with the photo editing.
Yeah, I remember we've done a few photo shoots before too. Those were pretty fun. Do you have
Yeah.
specific when you do a photo shoot, do you plan it out the settings and kind of the vibes and the editing beforehand? Or you kind of do that afterwards and just go with the flow?
Um, I enjoy doing it afterwards because I first try to capture the moment as it is, and then I kind of enhance it with the editing.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do another photo shoot soon.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's been the best part about starting this youth magazine?
I think it's so amazing to feature so many amazing creators in our magazine, and I received feedback from them saying how the creators who are featured were really appreciative of being featured, and also our readers said that they felt really inspired after reading our issues. And so hearing how our magazine was able to make others happy and inspire them really made me feel happy in turn. So I think that's the
Yeah,
best part.
for sure. Okay, and moving over to our second guest, who's an 11th grader, also from Palo Alto High School, Sarah Crystal. So you use guitar to help keep you sane during quarantine. So when did you start playing guitar and how did you get into it?
Yeah, thank you for having me. I started around 3 years ago, and yeah, I've always listened to music, and I saw my dad's guitar sitting in the living room, and I just picked it up one day, and I found some YouTube video or something, and yeah, that's just how it started.
So you're self-taught?
Yeah, I'm completely self-taught.
How has that experience been like? Because I would imagine it's kind of hard.
Yeah, it's hard. I did take a few classes, and I didn't like it. I'm more of the type of person who likes to kind of just work through my problems. So, if I were learning a piece with the teacher, I didn't really have the time to figure out what to do. So, I actually prefer doing it on my own.
Yeah, I actually tried to start teaching myself how to play ukulele over quarantine, and that was a little bit tricky, so I commend you. And I know that you like Taylor Swift, so I know that we talk about that a lot. So is that your favorite artist to play to, or who's your favorite artist? that you like to play guitar
Definitely
too?
Taylor Swift. She sings a lot of her songs on guitar, and even if they're produced or they have piano and stuff, she starts them off on guitar a lot of the time. And
Mhm.
so especially as a beginner when I was first starting, and of course even now, I loved playing her songs because they're really learnable and they're really easy and catchy, and the chords are not at all too complicated. But my favorite songs at the moment would be there's this one song called Bloom by the Paper Kites, and this other song called Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo that's been doing really well recently. And yeah, so I like a lot of other artists besides Taylor Swift too.
Got you. So do you have like, what's a song that you like tried to play one time, but it was like super hard?
Oh
But
gosh, there's a lot. I've tried to play like Beatles songs. A lot of them are really
oh,
hard. I'm trying to learn songs that have like finger picking. They can get really fast and really complicated. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but yeah.
wait, I have a question. I've always wanted to know this. Do you prefer using a pick or just like your finger? Because I know when I use like my fingers, they like hurt a lot.
Okay,
But
that's a good question. I prefer using my fingers just because I feel like I don't have as much control with a pick, and
yeah.
like I can't tell you the number of times the pick has like fallen into the hole of the guitar. It just is a mess.
Yeah. Okay, okay. Good. I really wanted to know that. Okay. Can you tell me like a fond story or memory of something you have about guitar, like an experience one time that's just like unforgettable?
Yeah, honestly, it's probably more of like a general thing, just being able to like hear a song on the radio and being like, oh, I like that song, and then going home and being able to play it, or when my favorite artist like releases a new song, and it's just so fun. It's just really genuinely so fun to like be able to go home and play it on my guitar. Or I also have a lot of friends that play guitar, so we'll get together for like jam sessions, and I have some really really fun memories of just like trying to figure out songs and just having fun playing.
I want to be in one of these jam sessions.
Come!
Okay. Okay. And Caroline, do you have any submissions or any like specific memories that stand out while working on the magazine that you want to share as well?
Yeah, so we recently published our winter 2020 issue, and I really love working together with my team to compile and design it. And we were able to feature so many talented creators, and so we were all having a lot of fun while designing our issue.
Nice. And so are like all the people on the team people from Tally, or how does that work? Like how did you get the team together?
We encourage like anyone to join our team, and I think I have people from all over the Bay Area across a variety of different high schools.
That's really cool. How many people are like on the team as of now?
Currently, I think there's 9 or 10 people on the team, and we're always open to new members.
Cool. So for both of you, how have these hobbies and passions kept you like sane and entertained like during quarantine? So let's start with you, Sarah.
Yeah, I feel like when I first started playing guitar, I like learned a lot and then I kind of plateaued. So
Yeah.
quarantine's given me time, mainly just a lot of time to like reignite my passion that I had when I first started. And yeah, again, just so much time to be able to learn new songs, and a lot of artists have been releasing new music. So as a result of quarantine, so yeah, that's been really fun.
Nice. And what about you, Caroline?
Yeah, so I know that like the lockdown has been really difficult on everyone, especially in terms of mental health. Unfortunately, art is able to spark joy and spread positivity, and it can also be used as a form of therapy and a coping mechanism. And so, personally, I love working on Z Magazine, particularly on the graphic design, which has kept me entertained. And also, like Sarah mentioned, over quarantine, we have a lot of time to be able to work on our projects. And so, I actually had the idea for Z Magazine a long time ago, but I never had enough time to really enact on it and start on it and build a team. And so I'm really thankful that the time during quarantine helped me get this project started.
Yeah, for sure. I think a lot of us like have always had these projects in mind that we wanted to start beforehand, but now because of quarantine, we actually have time to like pursue them. So I think that's something really cool. So how important, this is kind of leading into the next question, how important do you guys think that like expression through the art form? Because I know music and like graphic design and all of those types of things are all kind of like in the same category. How important do you guys think expression like through the art form is, especially in times during like this? And Caroline, I think you started talking a little bit about that.
Yeah, so art is an amazing way to express yourself. I see it as a form of communication that transcends language barriers. And so when you're not able to get your thoughts down through words, you can always get your thoughts down through art. I think it's a really good way for people to boost their moods and also feel better.
For sure. And anything to add, Sarah?
Yeah, I think Caroline said that really, really well. I would also just add that art is so easy, not easy, but right now during quarantine, we have so much time on our hands, and it's something that can be explored pretty easily um, during quarantine. And so I think it's like the perfect quarantine hobby to take up or to start learning. And like everything that Caroline said is spot on.
Mhm. And Sarah, do you have any tips for anyone like learning something, trying to learn something new for the first time, or trying to teach themselves like an instrument for the first time?
Yeah, I would say mainly just play songs that you like. I would recommend Taylor Swift. Also, just she's a great artist, and also her songs, like I said, they're really easy to play for beginners. Um,
Mhm.
but find songs that you like and learn a few chords. And once you have the basic chords, you can pretty much play any like pop songs. Most of the songs you hear on the radio, they have pretty simple chord progressions. And once you learn a few simple chords, you can find easy tutorials on YouTube and yeah, just keep with it and have fun.
For sure. So Caroline, what do you hope to achieve like through Z Magazine, and what are kind of like your goals for the rest of the year and continuing with this project?
Yeah, so I hope to be able to spread more opportunities and positivity to both creators and readers, because, like I mentioned, art is a great form of self expression and it's also a coping mechanism during difficult times. My goals for Z Magazine in the future is to continue working on releasing new issues, look for new team members because we're always open to anyone who wants to join, and increase our reach and influence in the community.
Yeah. And just so everyone knows, is there like a website where they can go and check it out?
Yeah, so we have a website and an Instagram.
And Sarah, what are kind of like your goals for guitar as you continue working on it?
Yeah, hopefully, like I said, I've kind of felt like I've been plateaued for a
Mhm.
while, and finally I'm starting to break out of that. So I hope that continues. And me and my friends were hoping to potentially play some open mics in the future. Obviously, that's not really happening right now, but hopefully when things open up again, we can start playing together again and things like that.
Yeah, I'd love to come see you perform at an open mic. Um, well, I hope you guys all achieve those goals in the future. And I think that's all the time we're going to have for today. But thank you all for watching. And thank you, Sarah and Caroline, for joining me today. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Lena.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. This was really fun.
Of course. Bye, everyone.